weeks ago, I took a leap of faith. I don't know if I will grow wings and fly or fall. For most of my life, I thought of myself as a musician. I wanted to be a rock star, so to speak, and a few times I had some amazing experiences on that road. In the last few years, though, I've lost that dream and ended up wandering in search of myself. My dad died 3 years ago. He was the bedrock of my world, the reason I was a musician. I didn't know it for all those years, but I was never really in music for the music. I was in it because I wanted to make my dad proud, and I wanted to walk at his side. Now, though, I have to find my own way. And it's taken me 3 years of wandering in circles through the desert, like the Israelites of old, to find a path. Letting go of who I was and searching for who I want to become has been a journey full of pain, doubt, and fear. But maybe, in the end, I can make it meaningful enough to be worth it, even if I do fall. In the darkest days while I was lost in the desert, I found a prophet of sorts.
Now and then someone appears that acts at least momentarily like a light in the darkness, and that lifts your spirit up and gives you a little bit of hope and maybe helps you continue on. Well, that's obviously a call to being.
A man who speaks magic words of truth and confronts the chaos. His name was Jordan Peterson. At first, I thought he might be insane. I didn't understand much of what he was saying, but I felt that there was something of meaning buried in his words, so I kept listening. I found his teachings from years ago, and the more I came to understand his words, the more the things he said resonated with a part of me. It was like a trapped part of my soul had finally found someone who could put words to the things I've always known deep down, but could never articulate. The wise man spoke of tragedy and evil, and he spoke of facing the terrible dragons of our lives who hoard the treasures we need. But most of all, he spoke of meaning and purpose. He said, what I'm searching for lies in the place I least want to go, and that adopting responsibility is the pathway to a meaningful life. We each can feel the unattended responsibilities that are calling to us. They're the things that make us feel dark when we're tired in the evening, or that wake us up at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat. A silent stalker beneath the veil of our conscious minds, like a shadow of a shark on the hunt. The predator makes us uneasy because we choose to let it slip and prowl unchallenged. My father died of a heart attack, simultaneously combined with kidney failure due to diabetes. He had been overweight for my entire life, and he had often joked about it, knowing it might someday come back to haunt him. He had excruciating chronic pain in his back, exacerbated by his weight. His heart attack came after almost a year of being bedridden from the pain and unable to stay active. He knew what the weight was doing to him, but he couldn't break the addiction to modern hyper-processed, sugary foods. I've been waging that war all my adult life as well. For more than 15 years now, from 300 pounds at 19 years old to 180 pounds at 22, then back to 280 pounds again over the course of the last decade. I've known this battleground well. The darkest dragon that stalks me in the shadows of my life is that my own struggle with weight may leave my loved ones in a hell of tragic loss if I allow myself to follow the path my father walked. He was only 65 years old when his light went out and we were left in the darkness. I would have given anything for another 20 years with him. If I'm to set my house in order, I know the most important factor. It looks at me in the mirror every day. I've been trying to figure out how to fight the dragons and face the chaos for almost 2 years now, and I think I've finally had a breakthrough. I've learned that we are each a center of the cosmos, and we each hold the power to change reality in ways that ripple out into the world. Jordan says that we must fight for the light by voluntarily adopting responsibility for our own lives and the things we have control over. So, I've begun to look for things around me that I can take responsibility for and make better. I'm naturally very lazy, and I had to fight this lazy nature for many years to become a master of my instrument and music. This isn't a fact I'm proud of, but it's true. I realized that when setting up a camera to capture a scene and tell a story, I don't mind working and sweating and constantly running for the purpose of creating a beautiful image. I'm inspired by how the light plays across the lens, and I'm excited when I think of how it will all come together in the edit. I found that I could even do work that I disliked, work that physically wore me until I couldn't walk anymore, if I was chasing the perfect shot. So it was a shocking epiphany to realize I could use a camera as a tool, like a magic sword made to fight the dragons. I had discovered a cheat code, and it was called enthusiasm. 2 weeks ago, I embarked on a journey to change myself and set my house in order. I started fasting and filming things that I'm doing to make my world better. Not the world, but my world. I'm making this film because I want to become a better person. I want to be the version of myself that my wife, my mother, and my future children will be able to count on as a beacon of light standing against the darkness. I want to hold the line and keep the shadows from coming for those I love. Honestly, I have no idea how to do what I want to do. I don't know how to best set my house in order. I don't know how to make the film I'm making. I don't know how to make things better for those I love beyond just trying to make myself better. I don't know how to choose the direction of the next phase of my life as I close the doors on the last. But I have a feeling and an idea, and I'm going for it with everything I've got. Either way, it should be an interesting adventure. Wish me luck.
If you will practice focused in one thing, maybe 3 in a week, you begin to feel success by practicing a smaller amount of material, more focused, and over and over and over, as opposed to practice where we have a whole bunch of things else. A real good example of that, I get to observe it on a daily basis, is with granting away my son Grant.